Hey guys, it's Dom from mobiledom.co.uk, and today I've got the review of the Nokia Lumia 720. Now, before we start, I must give a massive thanks to the guys at Nokia Connects who sent me this. You can get them at Nokia_Connect. We can't really talk about the 720 unless we talk about its awesome 6.7 megapixel 16:9 Carl Zeiss camera. It is phenomenal. The 6.7 megapixel 16:9 Carl Zeiss camera is one of the best I have ever tested on any phone, including the 920, the iPhone 5, the Galaxy S4 and the HTC One. I mean, look at this. I just took this right now, zoom right in, no artifacting, nothing. This camera has a ridiculously low aperture of f1.9, which helps to get some great low light shots, but be warned, no optical image stabilization means you'll need rock steady hands for blur-free shots. And the Lumia 720 also does really well in daytime shots. I mean, look here for some of the beach where I live and some flowers and plants, and there's some fruit in there somewhere. I mean, I'm genuinely going to miss the 720 as a camera. The vibrant colors, the detailed shots, and the impressive low light shots for a camera of its price range. I mean, video is also pretty good, though limited to 720p, which is probably where it got its name from. The colors were bright and punchy, the focus was snappy, and the white balance was great. Well, if you don't believe me, have a look for yourself. Alright guys, this is Dom with the Nokia Lumia 720, and I am doing the 720p video sample on the Lumia 720. As you can see here, it's got continual autofocus on and off, how it's doing with its colour reproduction. If I move over here, do it somewhere a bit brighter. Oh, lovely clouds in the sky. As you can see, how it changed from light to dark. Very good. The white balance on this is actually fantastic, I must say. As you can see, this is limited to 720p and not 1080. A front-facing 1.3 megapixel camera is a front-facing camera. That's it, folks. Move on. Now, specs don't matter a great deal on Windows Phone, but I'm going to mention them anyway. It's got the dual-core 1GHz Snapdragon S4 CPU, or SoC, with the Adreno 305 GPU. It's got 512 megs of RAM. It's got a micro SIM card on the top, or it's got a micro SIM card tray at the top here, about to pop out, there you go. And on the left side here, there's the micro SD slot, which is the first unibody Lumia. There you go. It's got a sealed 2000 mAh lithium-ion battery. It's got a 4.3-inch IPS LCD display protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 2, and it is of WVGA resolution, which is 800 down by 480 across. The internal storage is 8 GB, and an awesome 6.7 megapixel Carl Zeiss camera. All the connection you could possibly think of, 3G, but no 4G. It's got Bluetooth, but it's 3.0, not 4. It's got Wi-Fi 802.11a, B, G, and N, and it's dual band, but there's no AC support. So it's nearly all there, but not quite. Another thing that isn't quite there is wireless charging. Now, the 920 had Qi wireless charging built in, but that's kind of what contributed to making it so thick. This doesn't have that. Those 3 gold dots you see there, yeah, that means, like the 925 and the 1020, that this needs a wireless charging shell, something which I find ugly and unnecessary, and I genuinely would have preferred them to chub this up about a millimeter or so, or however much it needed to have the wireless charging coil built in, because it is just so much easier. Now, gaming is one of the few places where having a higher end Windows Phone is good. Normal games like Angry Birds that you can see me playing here, or Blocked In, or Temple Run, these are all absolutely fine, but it's when you get into games like Asphalt 7, that's when you see lots of juddering, and you seem to be waiting on the load screens forever. And I saw dropped frames a couple of times, and the device takes that a little bit longer to respond. I mean, it's playable. I mean, it's not enjoyable, but it's most certainly playable. I must say, one of the most phenomenal parts of this phone is the battery. The sealed-in 2000 mAh lithium-ion battery doesn't sound great on paper when you think it's the exact same module they put in the Lumia 920. Yeah, it's got a lower res display and a 1GHz S4 Plus to work with. And I must say, this thing is ridiculous. It's now 9:30 in the evening, and I spent the day at work, so my usage is a bit slow, but it's still got 49%, and it's got 6.5 hours estimated left. I can't beat that with any other phone. And that's not even the best bit. On the first day I got like 13 hours, a couple of days later I get like 14 hours. I went to London the other day, and I went at like 8 in the morning and I came home at about 7 at night. I got 16 hours and about 45 minutes, and I had about 20% left. And then I got to 17 hours and 36 minutes until it died. This thing is just awesome. So that's my review of the Lumia 720, the middle child in the Lumia lineup. This phone has left me with the biggest smile on my face, and I'll be sad to see it go. Well, until I can afford a 720 of my own, that is. For some people, Windows Phone is a non-starter, but for me it wasn't an issue as all the apps I use are there. I happily and wholeheartedly give the Lumia 720 an 8 out of 10. I'm Dom from Mobile Dom. Toodle pip.